Can you hear that? Beautiful, isn't it? That's what I'm looking forward to. That's what's getting me through. Just looking forward to see everything starts growing. Make it worth the while. I'm in so much pain. Look, even wasps are coming in. There's nothing here. And bees and stuff. It's stinging. Look at it. Look at that. It's trying to sting. I'm highly allergic to wasp and bee stings. And look, it's right next to me, stinging the floor. Look. Sorry about the shakes. I'm in a lot of pain. So, this is what I'm doing so far. I'm just taking all the grass away. And then I'll start doing the structures and stuff. Here's the trees. The netting I put up there. My service dog can't come out yet because I want to make sure there's no glass. So what I'm doing is, so let's just bring that back out and just keep an eye on that wasp, because if it stings me I'll be in serious trouble. So last night I saw an ant, so loads of ants. So what I did was I went into the anthill, picked up the queen and put them on my cherry tree, because if you put the queen on the cherry tree the ants will follow. And they stung me, don't get me wrong, but they will eat all the little insects and stuff like that. So instead of coming into the house in the summer, they will actually feed on all the black fly and green fly and stuff. So if you find the queen ant, put it onto one of your things, or put her in near the ground, and I guarantee you that the black fly and that, they'll eat them. So because I'm not going to put no poisons down, I'm taking weed off by hand. So what I'm doing is, the clumps of grass, it just might look like a grass, but underneath it you've got like your worms, you've got like your beetles and stuff, but mostly your worms, right? And it also has larvae for ladybirds in there as well. So what I do is I take all the soil off and just throw away the weedy bit and the grassy bit. Now I know it sounds silly that I'm going to put another grass on there, but I'm going to put special grass that is edible to humans and animals, so which would help. So take this mound, right? This is a big grass mound. So in here I check to make sure, like, there's a wormhole, and you want to keep the worms, you see, because the worms are special. And when I first moved in here, they've just built, so it was all like rocky, and there was loads of, it looked like they've just built over bricks and stuff. It was awful, to be fair. And it's taken me 5 years to do this, to get this soil to this kind of texture. So I'm using nothing at all that is like poisonous. So it's all going to be organic stuff. So if you've got any suggestions on keeping away slugs and stuff like that, I've put a bird, like slugs and stuff, I've put a bird feeder with loads of food so they don't eat the seeds, and I'm hoping that they would eat the slugs and the caterpillars and what have you. But if you've got any suggestions, I'll tell you what I've done so far. So far I've put eggshell salt, rock salt and sand on the areas where I don't want them to eat the slugs and the snails. I've got horse manure that's been just sitting there lower down, so I've got that to put on. I'll be putting a plate of milk down with a bit of sugar for any others. I've put honey and jam into little tops. I've put honey and jam into little tops, so they can eat that instead of eating the stuff. Butterflies, I've got a net to do for the butterflies. But if anyone can give me other insects that eat insects, I know ladybirds, I've got loads of ladybird larvae and little ladybirds and that come each year. So I've got that. But if you've got any suggestions and you could subscribe and then leave me a message, I'd be much appreciated. Because being autistic, I'm also word and number blind and I can't read very much. So if there's not a video done of all the insects, what they do, stuff like that, I can't read it. So, and Google doesn't read it properly. And I don't want to harm what I've been doing, if you get what I mean. So I know there's certain flowers that you put down and it helps the bees and wasps and stuff, but I can't encourage bees and wasps because me and my service dog are highly allergic to bees and wasp stings. So if you've got any other suggestions on what kind of plants to put in, as long as they're edible, because that's my whole remit, that's why I'm getting grass, that's edible grass. I want everything in my garden. I'm trying to make everything edible. So you can see my blueberries, blackberries. Like I said, I've been doing this garden for 5 years, but I've been doing the slow growing things first. And then, so now, like I said, I've got compost, I've got horse poop, that's been specially done. Around each tree I've put straw, and it seems to help the plants and the trees when you put straw in it. I'm not sure why. I think it's keeping it warm, like in the winter, and the frost don't get at the roots because they're covered in straw. I think I saw that on David Attenborough somewhere or something, or Ground Force or something like that. Anyway, so like I said, I know that there's got to be an easier way, and if you've got one, let me know. But it's taken me over 3 hours so far to use my hands. I don't know if you can see, to just, because it's like, you know, like if you look, it's all, see it? So, and like little stones like this, I keep onto one side and then put them all together. I don't know, might stop slugs and stuff if I put the salt on top. Like I said, if you've got any advice, I'd be more than glad. I'll be so grateful. But hopefully you come on this travel with me, and together, hopefully, I'll make a great garden. An edible garden that is functional for me and a service dog, which is fun, considering Guardians are Alaska Malamute, right? And he likes digging holes and then throwing me in it and sitting on top of me when it's winter. So I think he's doing that so it's like protection if he needs it. It's an instinct. But I've managed to go through by hand. I've sieved this part of the soil 6 times, and I've got to do it again just to make sure there's no glass at all. Glass, not grass, glass. To make sure there's no glass and no sharp objects for Guardian, and for me as well, because I don't know about you, but some summer mornings when it's really hot, I like to come out, have my cup of tea, and in the morning, early in the morning, listen to the birds. And I also like, I know it sounds weird, but I also like to sit with my shoes and socks off. And you know, when the first morning comes and it's nice and cool, that's what I like. So we don't want nothing sharp for me in the pub. And to be fair, if I can't put my bare feet on the ground, then it means it's not safe for Guardian. So, although his pads are harder than my feet, but there you go. So look at the size of that root. Look. Right, does anyone know what this is? It's dandelion. Look at the root, how beautiful the root is. Apparently they said that dandelion and burdock comes from the root of dandelion, and I didn't know it was edible. Who knew? So apparently a lady told me the other day that they grow really well and you can grow them in a bunch. But also, if you've got rabbits or any leaf-eating animal, like guinea pigs and that, apparently if you grow these, they're really healthy for him. But it also helps with digestion, because I've got Crohn's and IBS. Who knows? But that's for a later date. At the minute, it's just a weed. But I'm hoping to hear about herbs and stuff that helps you with your liver and kidneys, because I'm on painkillers. It does hurt a lot. And if I'm going to grow dandelions, I'd rather get some fresh from seed, so I know where it's come from, whereas these have been grown in the garden for years, so you don't know if it's infected or anything like that. All right, well, I'll let you go. So this is how far I've got so far, and I shall see you in a little bit in section 4. I hope you're all keeping safe. Well done, by the way, for everyone staying in for Easter. I know it's hard work, but we're British, aren't we? And we're stubborn. So thank you very much for watching this part of my video. Like I said, subscribe. If you've got any suggestions, put down below, and I'll try them out. Thank you so much, and I shall speak to you in section 4. Bye.